Troll in the Dungeon!
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Troll in the Dungeon. I am Steven Gasinski, the troll in said dungeon. And as you can see, I still haven't shaken this other troll off of me, but that's okay. Beth, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be back in the dungeon.
Yes, and by the way, nice job on, what was the word? On basically running the Troll Trivia Show.
Moderating, yes.
Moderating the Troll Trivia Show. Well, today we're going to be talking about a movie. We're not going to do a game today. We're going to talk about a movie. The Hunger Games prequel, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It was directed by Francis Lawrence, who directed from Catching Fire through Mockingjay Parts 1 and 2, and then he's directed this film. So, well, it's great to have him back in the director's chair. It stars Tom Blythe, I don't know. Rachel Zegler, Peter Dinklage, and Viola Davis. So this film is based upon a book, also by Suzanne Collins, who wrote the other Hunger Games films. The books.
She produced the films.
She was one of the producers on the films. This book and film is set 64 years before the first Hunger Games takes place, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so we have, the main character is a young Coriolanus Snow. I pronounced that right? Coriolanus Snow. Played by Tom Blythe, and then he's played by Donald Sutherland in the other films. Did you think this was a solid adaptation of the book to the film?
Overall, yes. I think there were some time constraints, which is my biggest criticism, because that book is jam-packed. It's a pretty thick book to begin with, and so much happens, and then trying to squeeze that into a 2.5, even a 3-hour movie is no easy task. I almost wish that Lawrence would have gone with his initial thought and split it up into 2, because you easily have 2 complete stories in the book. It could have translated to the screen very nicely, but they didn't ask my opinion, and after all the backlash with Mockingjay Part 1 and 2, I can kind of understand where he was coming from.
Yeah. And as you said, it was a pretty long film. But did you feel like there was any wasted time?
Oh, absolutely not. It kept going. I was on the edge of my seat, excited about what was going to happen next. Never like, okay, let's wrap things up. How much time has passed? You're dragging. Get to the point already. Just like, ooh, games. Ooh, capital. Ooh, now he's going to District 12. Spoiler.
That's okay. So, in the film, thankfully the film did not waste its time on stupid scenes that weren't in the source material, no matter what you stupid fans say. Gosh. That still makes me angry. I need the other clip.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I feel better now.
Okay, good.
So, one of the highlights for me was Tom, playing Snow. He looked like a young Donald Sutherland.
He really did.
He looked like he could grow into old Donald Sutherland, and also he's a fantastic actor.
Oh, yes.
I mean, he's a little old to be playing 18-year-old Snow. He's 28. Mm-hmm. But he made it work.
Yeah.
And I actually thought he was really good in the movie. He's a very good actor. He was able to play that, you want to be sympathetic to him, but he's also, vile.
He's not a nice guy.
He's pretty vile. You know who's vile in the movie? Maybe in real life she's an absolute delight of a woman. Viola Davis.
Oh, she was fantastic. I saw her in her first scene. I'm just like, she is creepy. I love it.
As Dr. Gall. Yes. Although, Francis Lawrence said something in an interview. He goes, we haven't really seen her in that kind of role. Dude, have you not watched the DC movies? As Amanda Waller? She was like, when I saw that she was casted as Dr. Gall, after I had read the book and such, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. She's going to be brutal. And she was, and she was creepy as hell.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh yeah, just completely sadistic. Perfect for the character.
Yeah, very demented, which is what the character is. I mean, she's one of the people who started the Hunger Games originally.
And she's one who seems to find delight in watching these kids kill each other, which, as you can see in the movie and in the book if you read it, not everyone in the Capitol likes the Hunger Games, but they fuel her.
Yeah, it's like her big, sort of thing to get her going each day. So we've got her. Now we have the Dean Highbottom character, played by Peter Dinklage. Now I expected the character to be burly, overweight, this gross thing of a man, but Peter Dinklage, the man has presence and skill in spades. And when I saw he was cast, I was like, okay, that's another layer to the character to make him a better person, because there will be some people who are not too fond of shorter in stature individuals. But man, he brought it.
Yeah.
Every scene he was in.
And you can see Coriolanus is intimidated by the Dean, and it doesn't matter that the Dean is half his size.
And just a tip of the hat to Tom Blyth. He held his own, and these two are strong actors. They can do movies on their own, and they've done major roles on their own and have become icons of their generation in acting. And you don't want to mess with them. I'd be intimidated to do scenes with them, and they were fantastic. The interplay between them as actors was excellent.
Yeah.
So, another interesting thing, stepping aside from actors for just a minute, one thing that really interested me was the production design. If you look at the clothes, the way the Pan Am looked, it very much reminded me of 1930s Germany during Hitler's rise to power and such. And the flag, the colors that were used, I do not think that was by accident.
I doubt it was, and I also loved seeing the retro version of the Hunger Games because I have been fans of these books and these films for well over 10 years. Saw the first trilogy, 4 movies I guess, I still think of it as a trilogy, in theaters when they came out. And it was really cool to see this is how the games began. They were in an arena. It was not all high tech. And I'm just like, I can believe these are still the same games even though they look so different.
Yeah, they didn't have standard uniforms or anything like that. They were in their street clothes. But no, it's a really well done film.
Yeah.
And a lot of aspects, and the production design was second to none. This film had a $100 million budget. It's not doing as great as it could be right now. They're just short. When I last checked, which was not that long ago, I haven't checked for this last weekend, but their first weekend, they were just short of $100 million in the box office gross. They were like 98, 99, which you would have to make $200 million to make your money back, so hopefully they can.
And hopefully Thanksgiving weekend, people will go and see the movie.
That would be nice. So, as we said, story-wise, there was a lot going on. You believe that they should have split the movie into 2. I actually agree. But as you said, because of this backlash from Mockingjay parts 1 and 2, they were a little iffy about splitting another movie into 2, and we don't know if they're going to be if Suzanne's going to be writing another book, or if they're going to have a sequel film to follow said book. We don't know. There were several characters that were trimmed into non-existence or irrelevance, or just they were barely there. Like Snow's fellow students. There was only a couple that were given a lot of screen time besides him, which was Sejanus, but everyone else was trimmed pretty much to nothing.
Yeah, and Sejanus has a pretty big role in the book since he is with Snow throughout the entire thing. So I'm glad that they kept him as present in the movie, but then so many others who Snow talks to, works with, does projects with, is a mentor with, you barely remember their names just from the movie.
Yeah, you would have to read the book. Sejanus, the actor who plays him is excellent.
Yes.
He's very strong. him and Tom were probably the strongest of the, younger actors.
Yeah, their back and forth was very well done.
Yeah. You really felt for them throughout the movie, and it was kind of a bummer that they trimmed so much. They trimmed Tigress. You recognize the name from the previous film, from Mockingjay Part 2. She was...
Part 2.
Yeah, she was in Part 2. The person that got to play Tigress was not good. Very weak performer, and just, as I said, they basically trimmed that character into non-existence, and I'm okay with that to cover for bad acting. And I have issues with that casting anyway. There were so many other better actors that were even considered for Tigress, and they just brushed over them for some ungodly reason. Okay, here's the part where you and I are going to probably vehemently disagree, and that'll make for good television, so turn up the volume, or turn it down, because we might get yelled. Rachel Zegler as Lucy Gray Baird?
I always said it Baird.
Baird. Lucy Gray Baird. Now, some people are like, oh, you're just going to probably, because she's just being a dim-witted moron with the whole Snow White thing. I'll admit, that is not helping matters. She may just be a dim-witted moron. It's possible. But, as a singer, she's actually not bad. As an actress, she sucks! Sucks! Again, they had better actresses who they could have casted, but they didn't. I don't know why. And I don't know what they were trying to do with her. They made her... She was angry the whole time, and this character's a gypsy musician. She's, for lack of a better term, kind of a bluegrass hippie. We didn't get any of that. And by the way, what the hell is that country accent? It's terrible. I could fake a better country accent than that, actually. No, I'm not a fair comparison, because I was originally from the South. I was originally born in the South, so... It's painful. You talk for a bit.
Yeah, in terms of Lucy Gray, I think Rachel Zegler, there were certain aspects of the character she encompassed really well. She's a great singer, performer, which is very crucial to who Lucy Gray is. Her moments in the arena I thought were probably her best, but her moments with Coriolanus were just, they left much to be desired.
Well, the hard part is, as an actor, you and I can both attest to this, if you're playing off of someone and they're really good, or they're at least giving some kind of effort, you can like, okay, I can work with that. I've worked with actors who are much better than me, and I'm trying my heart out, and it comes out to pretty good chemistry. And then you're acting against someone else who just isn't, they're phoning it in, you're not going to have good chemistry, and the characters had no chemistry. It was a snooze fest. Switching over to another major franchise at the moment, a lot of people were complaining that Henry Cavill and Amy Adams as Superman and Lois Lane did not have good chemistry. Their chemistry compared to Blythe in Zegler was it blows them completely out of the water. Because Blythe and Zegler do not have good chemistry. It's a total, whenever they had scenes together, it was a total snooze fest for me.
And you could tell when Tom Blythe was with stronger actors, because those were his better moments, and his weaker moments was when he was paired against the not as strong actors.
AKA Zegler. Everyone else was, heck, even Tigress was better in this, and that's not good when you have this person who's basically one of the headlines of your movie. Mm-hmm. To quote someone, I'm going to amalgamate their quote, no wonder they fired your ass from another movie, because you can't do the job. And I would strongly suggest, Zegler, if you're watching, 1, quit being a moron. 2, take some acting classes, because you obviously haven't done your due diligence. and work with a lot better actors and have some directors who are willing to say, yeah, you suck. You need to go back and do that again, and get some coaches. I mean, seriously. Get some dialect coaches. That way your accents don't sound like they're so painful. Heck, the rest of the covey actually sounded good.
Yeah, they barely spoke, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that's probably why they were better. But as I said, this character is supposed to be kind of whimsical, hippie, gypsy, bluegrass kind of thing. And also, what was this? The way she was singing the song, it sounded like really bad modern country. This is bluegrass.
We don't know that for sure.
So, you're probably ready to throw stuff at the television right now because I'm expressing my annoyance. Is it bad that I really hope they don't make a sequel for this movie?
If they do, I hope it's Tom Blyth starring.
I'd just rather keep it with Tom Blyth and forget everybody else. It's just...
What about Viola Davis?
Oh yeah, we can keep Viola Davis. Just Tom Blyth, Viola Davis, everybody else who's still alive. Spoiler alert, there are a lot of deaths. Just get rid of everybody else and recast Tigress. Get someone who can actually act. There were a lot better performers who were being eyed. You can recast Francis. Mr. Lawrence, sir, you can recast. It's allowed. And you've already shown you can cast other movies excellently. Catching Fire is one of the best casts I've seen assembled for an adaptation from a book to a movie. Do it again. Listen to your instincts from the first time. Don't let these other producers be like, no, you need to cast for this, cast for that. Tell them to go pound sand and be like, I'm the director. It's my job. I'm going to cast who I want in my damn movie. And then get good actors. Get another Jeffrey Wright type guy in there. Get some Jeffrey Wright, get some good actors. It'll be more fun. And you'll probably enjoy working on your movie more. Anything you want to add?
I would be very happy to see a sequel, but I hope if a sequel comes, it's because it's based on another book. I don't know what a Hunger Games movie without a book basis would look like, or if it would even be any good. Otherwise, I have plenty of fanfic pieces. I'll sell them to Hollywood, possibly. Well, Lionsgate. I can trust Lionsgate.
So I've been doing feedback Friday on our Facebook page, so we're going to check in on feedback. You commented asking when the cat is going to show up.
Well, you said you had one. People are going to want to see her.
Well, she does what she wants. I've asked her to come on the show and sit second chair, but she has glared at me and unequivocally said no. It sounded more like, wow. So needless to say, she'll come on eventually, maybe. Not right now. And then someone decided to be a smartass on the second comment, and I have a clip just for you.
Now go away, or I shall taunt you a second time.
Yeah, that's what you get. Get off my feet. Come up with a better question. And just, you commenters, don't waste my time. If you're just proving too stupid to be conversing with, don't waste my time.
Oh, everyone else loves it.
Well, everyone else is wrong. Numbers don't influence my opinion. And don't try to basically use a ultimatum against me. It'll just fuel my resolve to dislike you even more. In the meantime, be bold, be brave, be courageous, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Take care.